Have you been eating more protein but still feeling weaker? Have you added protein powder to your morning smoothie? Started eating more chicken, fish, eggs, or Greek yogurt? Yet despite all that effort, your muscles don't seem as strong as they used to be. Your legs feel tired more often. Your balance isn't what it once was. And climbing stairs feels harder than it did just a few years ago. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. And what I'm about to share may help explain something most people over 60 never hear from their doctor. Because what if the problem is not simply a lack of protein, but something else your body needs in order to actually use that protein effectively? And what if most adults are completely overlooking it? Stay with me, because this simple shift in thinking could change the way you approach strength, energy, and healthy aging after 60. After age 60, muscle loss becomes one of the biggest challenges to independence. Not appearance, not fitness goals, but everyday life. Getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, walking confidently, climbing stairs without effort. These simple abilities depend on muscle strength. But here is what most people don't realize. Muscle loss after 60 does not happen suddenly. It happens slowly, quietly, over many years, until one day, everyday tasks feel harder than they used to. And at that point, most people assume the problem is simple. Not enough protein. So they try to fix it. More protein shakes. More chicken, more eggs, more supplements. But what if that is only part of the story? Let me tell you about someone you might recognize. A man named Robert, age 68. Robert did everything he was told. Every morning started with a protein shake. Lunch was usually chicken or fish. Dinner was another protein-rich meal. He was doing exactly what most health advice recommends. But something didn't change. He still felt weaker than expected. His energy didn't improve, and daily tasks became more tiring over time. So he assumed he needed even more protein. But then he came across something unexpected. Something almost nobody had explained to him before. And it had nothing to do with increasing protein intake. Because here is the missing piece many people overlook. Your muscles don't just depend on what you eat. They depend on how well your body processes and uses what you eat. And that process starts in your gut. Scientists now call this the gut-muscle connection. Inside your digestive system live trillions of bacteria. This ecosystem is known as your gut microbiome. And when it is healthy, it helps with digestion, nutrient absorption, and overall metabolic balance. But as we age, this system can become less efficient. And that may affect how well your body utilizes protein, because the gut bacteria that support this system need one key nutrient more than anything else: fiber, found in everyday foods like oats, beans, lentils, apples, berries, vegetables. When these fibers are consumed, gut bacteria break them down and produce compounds that support a healthier internal environment, and that environment may help your body respond more effectively to the protein you eat. So instead of thinking, protein builds muscle, it may be more accurate to think, protein provides the building blocks, but fiber helps your body actually use them. And that balance may matter more than most people realize. But here is the surprising part. Most adults focus heavily on protein, while fiber quietly gets ignored. Now let's look at a simple, practical guideline many nutrition experts use for healthy aging. About 25 grams of fiber per day, alongside roughly 90 to 110 grams of protein. This creates a simple balance. Around 1 gram of fiber for every 4 grams of protein. A 1-to-4 relationship. Now this is important to understand clearly. This is not a magic formula, and it is not a guarantee of any specific result. It is simply a practical way to think about nutritional balance as we age. Because what matters most is this: As protein intake increases, fiber intake should increase as well. But in reality, many people do the opposite. They increase protein, while fiber stays low. And over time, that imbalance may not support digestion, energy, or overall wellness the way they expect. The good news is this: you don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated diets. You just need simple, consistent food combinations. For example, Greek yogurt with berries and chia seeds in the morning, chicken with vegetables and beans at lunch, salmon with broccoli and sweet potato at dinner, and snacks like apples, pears, nuts, or oatmeal. But there are 3 common mistakes many adults make after 60. The first is focusing only on protein and ignoring fiber completely. The second is not realizing how low their fiber intake actually is. And the third is trying to change everything too quickly, because the body responds better to gradual, consistent improvements. And hydration also plays an important role in this process. So here is the most important takeaway from everything you've heard today. Maintaining strength after 60 is not just about eating more protein. It is about helping your body use what you already eat more effectively. Because nutrition is not only about intake, it is also about balance and absorption. A simple goal to keep in mind is this: around 25 grams of fiber per day, along with enough protein to support your body's needs. Not perfection, just consistency. Because at the end of the day, the goal is not bodybuilding. The goal is independence, being able to move freely, carry your groceries, travel when you want, and enjoy life without constantly worrying about weakness or fatigue. If you found this helpful, subscribe to VitaSignal 60 for more simple, evidence-based healthy aging content designed for life after 60. And now I want to ask you something. Do you think you are getting enough fiber every day? Let me know in the comments below. We read every comment. Stay strong, stay active, and we'll see you in the next video.